Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan.
You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other.
Adonai Tzevaot is your name, ever-living God. May you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavatah. Torah u'mitzvot, hukim u'mishpatim otanu limedatah. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kivod malchuto leolam vaed. You may be seated. Oh, sorry. Is this better? Please join us on page 154 for the Ve'ahavta.
Et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele, asher Elohim mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'beitecha, u'lechtecha b'derech, u'shrochtecha u'kumecha, u'shartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'v'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'v'yisharecha, leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, li'yot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Together on 154. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 157.
In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say Adonai. There is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory, may earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Through our falling, are many of our faults are great. It has been our glory to bear witness to our God. Keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace.
Then we shall rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai la lai lai, yai lai la la lai, yai la lai lai, ya la 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 lai. Mi hamo haba elim Adonai, mi kamo haneta bakodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Yai dai 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 yai da 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 da, yai dai dai da 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 da, yai dai da da da, yai dai da da da, yai da da da, yai da 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 da. Okay. Okay, here we go. Please rise for the tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi tehillatcha. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi tehillatcha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu. Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot v'Ima'ot. Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Be'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Hayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevuro, Umido Melach, Melech Melit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalalu chaselah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated if it is your custom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech hadon lehol hashalom. Ki atahu melech hadon lehol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol eit u'b'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the people of the earth.
Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes.
Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of our world. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart.
Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We'll now take a moment for silent prayer. Shalom bimromav, Yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 V'imru, amen. All right. So, tonight, I'm going to share I'm going to share a piece from a podcast that Rabbi Rick Jacobs, who's president of the Union for Reform Judaism, gave on this Parsha Bamidbar. So, here we go. This week, we not only read another Torah portion, we start a new book, the fourth book of the Torah. In English, it's always called the Book of Numbers, but in Hebrew, it's called Bamidbar. Midbar is the wilderness, in the wilderness. The Jewish people are literally wandering through a hot desert on their way from slavery to freedom, to responsibility, to somehow find their way, not just geographically, but spiritually as well. The reason the book is called Numbers in English is because it starts with a series of censuses. We have to figure out who's on the journey, how many are there, how many can fight, how many can serve in the sacred work of the Jewish people. And it seems like it gets us started into that whole mode that we love a good census. Give us a demographic study, and we Jews go crazy. We'd love to know, do we have a few more, a few less? Who's in? Who's out? What's remarkable is that they're very specific about who is in, and the numbers are counted by tribes, and the men are counted, the women are not. It's an old story, but it's one that just highlights that there are many who actually are not within that counting. But I'd like to focus in today to think about actually how do we get a sense of our numerical strength. And I know that most of the demographic studies are telling us that Jewish people were shrinking, were fading away. And it turns out that we may just be doing a very, very poor job of counting. Can I suggest one remarkable new demographic that's causing a lot of thought and maybe even reimagination? So the question is, how many Jews of color are there in our Jewish people? Well, the studies tell us they're between 10 and 20%. That's a lot of Jews of color. Now, in too many of our communities, we look around the congregation, we look around the gathering, say, no, that can't be right. They're not 10 or 20% of the people in this room who are Jews of color. And of course, that may be true, but it may be that actually there are more people among our people who are not in our counting, in our consciousness, in our community, in our core work, because we're not doing a good job of getting our arms out wide. So let's think about all those different individuals who actually get overlooked. Can we also think for a moment about these tribes? The Torah tells us they march by tribes. They're positioned around the tabernacle by tribe. They got really into being a part of that tribe. The tribe of Yehuda, Judah, that's the big tribe, but there are a bunch of other tribes, and they carry their own flag. Everyone is behind their banner. So sometimes the reason we get a little bit focused is we're focused on our tribe within the people. And today we still have lots and lots of tribes, right? We have the tribe of the Reform movement and the Conservative movement and the Reconstructionist movement and the Orthodox movement. Then we have the secular folks. We have the secular Yiddishists. We have the secular Zionists. We have all these different tribes. And the question ultimately, not just for Bamidbar, but for us, is can we sew these tribes together? At the end of the day, we are one. Is there a sense of sign of unity? Is there a sense that amidst our diversity, our different ways of praying and thinking and voting, is there actually something that makes us responsible one for the other? Not just in the desert, where the conditions are pretty harsh, there's not enough water, so we've got to work together. Do we have that sense today? And if not, how do we cultivate it in a more intentional way? Rabbi Jacobs goes on to say, I had the privilege of meeting with ultra-Orthodox leaders and secular leaders and all the different varieties within, and I deeply believe there is in fact something that makes us Am Yisrael, that makes us one people. Even in the midst of our disagreements, and sometimes our disagreements are loud, and sometimes they're ruckus, and sometimes they are absolutely on principle. They're not just superficial differences. So the question is, as we count our people, how do we make sure that each and every one counts? No matter if they're part of a smaller tribe or a larger tribe. How do we not overlook those who actually could bring their gifts to us and give us strength? And then how do we sew all of us together into that larger identity of being a Jewish people? No matter how it is that we observe Shabbat, or how it is that we stand up for Israel, or how it is that we understand our responsibilities for those in our community, we have a deep and abiding sense of that unity. Last thought for Bamidbar. Sometimes we think of the desert as a very, very harsh place. But for our ancestors, it was a place of discovery, a place of distilling what really mattered. They weren't bothered with distractions. They had the quiet of the desert. They had the simplicity of those surroundings. Yes, there was a challenge for food and for water, but it was so beautiful. But what was so beautiful is that they had a chance to really think about who they were and what they stood for. So I hope that as we wander through our lives, sometimes it's so loud, there are so many things pulling our attention. Can we find those moments to distill who we are, how our individual contribution to the larger collal, the larger people, can be profound? Can we find amidst all of the different ways of expressing Jewish commitment, can we find ours? And then can we appreciate the other paths that are not ours? It's a lot. It's a spiritual journey. It's an actual journey. And all of us are on it. And we're not just trying to get somewhere. We're trying to learn and grow along the way. Bamidbar, we're in the desert, but it's a place of discovery and a place of wonder, and at times, a place of unity. Shabbat Shalom. For all those in need of God's healing, we will now do the Misha Be'erach. Tonight we are thinking of Hector Pena, Hadassah Bat Shoshana, Candy London, Gabriel Franco, Lana Kamau, Josefa Bashor Leah, Paul Gabriel, Conchis Espino, Elizabeth Wiernick, Ilan Ben-Vicky, Ana Milena Barros, Evelyn Berkemeyer, James Dutremaine, Rochelle Cinder. If you have anyone you'd like to add, you may do so. All right, please join us. Misha Be'erach Avoteinu Mekor HaBraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Be'erach Imotenu Mikor HaBraha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it to those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace, send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land, grant them deliverance, and adorn them in a mantle of victory. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. There are 2 empty chairs on our bima, representing those who cannot be with their families or communities this Shabbat because they have been taken captive in Gaza. This week, we are raising up the names of Almog Mayer John, 21 years old, a fun-loving person, and Edan Alexander, 19, an Israeli soldier. May they be returned to their homes safely and swiftly. Amen.
Our God, the one who raised Joseph up from the pit, be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Send complete rescue and full redemption to those held captive by the enemy. Strengthen their spirits and bring them our prayers that they have protected from all harm. Implant understanding in the heart of the enemy that they may return the captive and homeless body and spirit. Grant wisdom to Israel defense forces that they may secure freedom of the captives as well as life. Grant strength of spirit and courage of heart to all the sons and daughters of Abraham, Sarah and Hagar, to release the bonds of captivity and allow us all to live in freedom.
They shall call upon me, and I will answer them. I will be with them in distress. I will rescue them and honor them. As we come to the end of our service, please rise and join us for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teis gedula liyoser breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu keho hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishahavim u'modim Lifnei melech malhei hamelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu notei shamayim v'yosed haaretz u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim imav Ushkinatu zo, bego v'meromim, Hu Eloheinu Eino, Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato, Kakatu v'torato, V'yadat hayom v'hashevota, Elevaveha, Ki Adonai hu ha-Elohim, B'shamayim imav, Ve'al haaretz, Mizpad einot. Haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad. Ushemo, Ushemo echad. You may be seated. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. Tonight we remember those who have passed in the past year: Jaime Rodriguez, Kenneth Fox, Salamon Biton, Jay Hoffman, Sheila Levine, Raymundo Reyna, Clifford Wade, Joyce Sheffs, Marvin Raff, and Susanna Wiernick. We also remember those whose yahrzeit falls today: Dora Fishman, Ida Galpern, Moishe Yalin. If you are in a period of mourning, you may now rise and share the name of the person you are remembering. If it is your custom to stand with those who mourn, you may rise now for the Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. V'alma dibarach hidute v'yamlich malchute. V'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. V'agala uv'zman kariv v'emru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit haleh v'yit halal shemei dekudashah b'rihu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all the world. And together we say, amen. You may be seated, except for me, because I'm going to read the announcements too. Again, welcome. Thank you for joining us in our beautiful sanctuary. As you leave this evening, remember to return your name tag at the door. If you're attending services remotely, you can contact us by posting in the chat. There will be Torah study tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and our Saturday Shabbat service will be at 10:30, led by Dr. Ophelia Avrak. We hope, tonight's pre-service oneg it's new. We're trying to figure it all out. If you have suggestions, ideas, let us know. Trying to figure out how much food, what food. And the hope is really that we will see more people join us straight from work, straight from picking kids up from activities at school, coming to services, and then being able to go and have a Shabbat dinner together or do whatever activities that we may have going on Friday evenings. Happy birthday to Mike Cinder, whose birthday was on Monday, June 3rd, Danielle Fox, and Debbie Morrow and Mackenzie Feldman were all on Tuesday, June 4th. Peter Avrak was Wednesday, June 5th. Sylvia Deutsch's birthday is today, Friday, June 7th. And Claudia Silberman's birthday is tomorrow, Saturday, June 8th. Happy anniversary to Michael and Nina Raff. Their anniversary is today, Friday, June 7th. If you know of any simchas in the community, such as births, new homes, promotions, or awards, please contact the temple office or Rabbi Farb so that we can celebrate the blessing together. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat. We can end services. Can we end services with Shabbat Shalom instead? Does that sound good? Let's do it. You inspired us, Patty Bo. You want to start us? You want to do Adon Olam instead? Let's go with Shabbat Shalom instead. Ready? Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all.